Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 48 of the Road to Glory here with Kyler Adams. Now, I have to say, last episode was absolutely insane. A lot of different stuff happened, so I do suggest going back, watching that episode if you haven't already, because there might be a few things in this episode that could potentially happen that you might be unaware of, and I don't want to spoil it because it's a pretty exciting episode. I actually really enjoyed recording it. We also have our Battala Eterna TV deal expiring in 2 weeks, which is actually pretty good and what we want. I'm pretty sure we could just go onto the new TV network right away, but I feel like it kind of makes sense to just wait for this current deal. It's literally only 2 more TV shows, essentially. And then we will be able to apply to get Battala Eterna onto La Red de la Lucha. However, we also might not even be here. So, let's just wait and see what happens with Raw, RAW, over in Australia. Like I said last episode, not a company I have ever booked for. So I'm pretty sure their product is like heavily TV. I'm not even sure do they even have events. I want to go check that. So Revolution Australia Wrestling. What is their schedule like? Yeah, they literally don't have any pay-per-views. I really don't like that, but that is the Raw style. Yeah, very interesting. They got 2 TV shows. I'm pretty sure Attitude is their A show, from what I can remember. Yeah, either way. Okay. Nathan Mackenzie, that's interesting. So the application has been unsuccessful. Kind of expected it a little bit. Obviously, the reputation's not great. And we still haven't actually worked for a cult company yet. Either way, though, it's pretty exciting to apply for that job. And I think it's definitely showing us that, some jobs can become available. And I think that's going to be pretty good, going forward into the future as well. But we do get Ramos, the Executioner, back, which is good to see. He's been out for a couple of months with his injury. And he is a lower mid-carder. Let's give him mid-card because I know he can do a good Menace promo. As you can see there. Alright. Let's jump into our TV show. Alright, we've got Angel of Mercy creating a good backstage atmosphere. And we still got some more meddling to do. So it's Austin Smooth and Dragon Americano. Still no effect this time, but that's okay. We'll go with generic venue. I don't remember what I was exactly doing yesterday, because I did record yesterday's episode yesterday. Okay. When is the pay-per-view? That's a good question as well. So week 4 of October. So we've got 2 more TV shows left to play out. Let's do an interesting match. Now, obviously, not exactly a great thing to put Austin and Dragon Americano together. However, I think this is going to be a really good match with our sort of mid-card, our top, let's say top mid-carders, because that's pretty much where I see all of these guys. I said I was going to go with an Atlantis match, so I might do that for the go-home show with Kyler for the Mexico title. But let's get Kyler in there as well. It's going to be our face mid-carders taken on. Should we make that the main event? Nah, probably not. Should we? Let's do it, and we'll give the loss to Austin. But Austin is going to be coming up very soon with his little push that I'm going to give him. I think he might even be the next Mexico champion if we book him right. Did I do slow build? I think I did. Let's make it the main event. I'm going to put faith in him. I'm going to put a lot of faith in them. We'll chuck a Kyler angle. We can go... Let's go Kyler and Elmitico. Elmitico's, no slouch either. One thing I also want to do after this TV show is look for new announcers and new color commentators, just to see if we can get anyone better, because that is something we need to do as well. Anyway, moving on. Let's give a few matches. I want El Critico to take on someone lower down the card. Extra and Jerry Loco sounds fine. It's going to be a really short 10-minute match. We can call it, and going to be decisive for El Critico there. Non-title match, of course. Could that be the high spots? I might just use Silver Tiger anyway. I just noticed that his psychology is an A, which is a little bit strange. Anyway, let's go a tag match, and let's go Cosmic Rider. In search of a new tag team partner. There's been some rumblings between him and Phoenix, and it's going to come to a bit of a head here. So I guess he can actually team up with Silver Tiger, and they can take on the team of Team Burning Fury. Although I wanted to make this the high spots match, but I guess we won't. We're going to give Silver Tiger the victory there because, it's Silver Tiger, so I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Alright, let's grab we actually need a high spots match, but I think we can use the women. So let's go Dreamer, and she can take on Francisca. Yeah, I think that's perfect. I think that these guys did really well last time they wrestled as well. We'll make that the high spots. We'll give the victory to Dreamer, I think. Alright, there we go. That's the high spots. And then finally, let's do a trios match. And let's actually go the Juggernauts. And they can take on Tricolor, Yellow Flash, and Phoenix. I'm actually going to give the victory to the Juggernauts. We'll give it to Ramos. Why not? A victory on his return from injury. We'll also give the Juggernauts a promo as well. All rated on Menace. There we go, perfect. Let me just check. I think Alejandro has better. No, he has worse, okay. There's not a lot of upside to Alejandro. Apart from his brawling, I guess. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I might want to put him against Kyler at some stage. Because Kyler's brawling is getting pretty close to a C+. So I would like to try and boost that along. Alright, next I want to go with an El Critico angle. Actually, yeah, let's go both, El Critico and Silver Tiger, yet again. Having a bit of a confrontation with each other prior to El Critico's match. Again, it's just continuing their sort of storyline together. So that's going to go there. Then let's go with a Let's go with her Francisca Marcos. Because she actually has pretty good entertainment stats, yeah, from what I can remember. And she's really good. She could turn into something quite special, I think, in our women's division. There we go. We'll make this the storytelling match as well. Perfect. And yeah, let's book a pre-show or two as well. Let's go Mercy and Lopez to take on... I think they can take on the Suffering. It's a pretty good match. Probably should put that on the main card. It's going to be a lot better than some of the matches on there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Angel of Mercy with a victory. Can definitely be called. Because the Suffering are both really good. I didn't want to do that match. Let's go another tag. And let's go North Star and Marcus Flores to take on... who can they take on? I mean, they're kind of upper mid-card / main eventers. I guess Absolute Power. Seeing as they're the #1 contenders. Let's give Huanta the victory. And we'll go a tainted win there as well. And I do want to make the loser North Star. There we go. Alright, looks pretty good. Let's run the show. Generic venue. Perfect. And we start off with a 61C, where we have Absolute Power defeating Marcus Flores and North Star Jr. in 9:39, when Major Huanta defeated North Star by submission with a boot camp clutch after blatantly cheating. We also have a couple of improvements. We've got North Star improving in technical skills, and then Devious Dr. Fang improving in performance. I knew this match was going to be pretty good. 70C+, where we have Angel of Mercy and Nicholas Lopez of the Heroes stable defeating the Suffering in 9:54, when Angel of Mercy defeated Felipe by pinfall with a Mercy of God. And we have Felipe improving in Rumble and technical skills. He's another guy that I'm going to start pushing soon. Alright, so we then start off the show with a 73B- with the Juggernauts stable. And of course, Ramos fresh from injury. Their match getting a 55C-, where we have the Juggernauts defeating Tricolor, Yellow Flash, and Phoenix in 9:55, when Ramos defeated Phoenix by pinfall with a Warriors Slice. A couple of improvements. We've got Tricolor and Alejandro Ortega improving in performance skills, so good to see, I guess, Alejandro improve. Oh, whoa. Wasn't expecting that to be that good. Straight into a 72B-, where we have Cosmic Rider and Silver Tiger defeating Team Burning Fury in 9:59, when Silver Tiger defeated Motoyuki Miyake by pinfall with a Silver Tiger driver. Really good match. Really good. We also have Takashita improving in performance skills there as well. We then go into a 64C rated angle for Francisca Marcos. Like I said, she's pretty good on the mic. She's probably the... I guess her alongside maybe Lauren Easter, probably the best women we have on the microphone. I think Lauren Easter is probably just a little bit better. I think she has B- compared to Francisca's C+. Really good match. Yeah, 69C+, where we have Electric Dreamer defeating Francisca Marcos in 9:50 by pinfall with an Electric Blue Bomb. 69C+ for our women's match. But unfortunately, Francisca, with her low stamina, visibly tiring towards the end of the match. That's a good angle. 87B+, where we have El Critico and Silver Tiger going at it yet again. Silver Tiger, I mean, he's being pretty relentless with his sort of title challenge and the subsequent, meetings between the two as well. We then go into a 73B- for El Critico's match, where he defeats Extranjero Loco in 9:58 by pinfall with a critical mass. Just a very good match, I guess. We then go into the pre-main event angle, getting a 77B with Kyla Adams and El Mitico. And the main event does what it's supposed to do. 74B- where we have El Mitico and Kyla Adams defeating Austin Smooth and Dragon Americano in 1942, when Kyla defeated Austin by pinfall with a K trigger. Good stuff. Look at the in-ring performances, all relatively good. You got Dragon Americano on a 62. Austin's a little bit lower, but that's because of his popularity. Only a 57. Kyla with a 65. And then your boy El Mitico with a 69. So El Mitico's getting pretty close to that main event level. He's already an upper mid-carder, so he's definitely not that far off. He's also improving in Rumble skills as a result of this match. Alright, let's end the show. We get a 75B- for this Batalla Eterna. Again, increasing our popularity in all three regions of Mexico. Alright, few emails. Oh, one email. Batalla Eterna TV rating, 0.74 for this one, so back up a little bit, which I'm pretty happy with. And we're up to a 48D+ in northern Mexico and southeastern. So we're 3 points away from Cult. 3 points. That is very, very close. Now, I'm sort of wondering, let's have a look at broadcasters again, and then I'm going to go and look for a new announcer and a color commentator. But are there any better deals in Mexico for us being Cult? Because I didn't really look at that last time. So this one is better. Well, it's not better than La Red de la Lucha. It's essentially the same except for the coverage in the US. It's very small, whereas La Red de la Lucha is small. So it's definitely different. So I don't think we'll go with Canal Dos. Obviously, Canal Trace is what we're currently on. And then Canal Uno is a national company size requirement. Okay. We could get a new pay-per-view deal with Demand TV Mexico, which is actually south of the border's pay-per-view carrier. I'm wondering if they would let us, once we become Cult, have sort of a direct Mexican rival. Get the same pay-per-view carrier. That'd be interesting. I find that so interesting. This broadcaster is Cult minimum size with a 50D+, and it's only small in Mexico, which is, only a tiny step up from Canal Tres that we're currently on. Very strange. And then this one's regional 35E+ with tiny coverage. It's also free to air, which I don't understand. Yeah, I mean, there's not really a lot of broadcasters in Mexico. That one's more to do with non-Mexican companies, hence SWF. Less in Mexico, obviously, what we are currently with. There is this one, which is interesting. TV Mex, and that is free to air with medium coverage in Mexico. That could be a decent... I mean, I don't know. Would you want a second TV show to put it on a free to air without any coverage in America? I don't know. It seems kind of strange. Anyway, regardless, let's move on. I think La Red de la Lucha is definitely the way to go. And then, of course, we'll also look at the pay-per-view situation as well. Alright, so let's look for an announcer. We want great announcing, obviously. And can work in Mexico. And there's no one. Perfect. Alright, so Alfonso, I mean, he's a C+. I think we've already got a C+, if I'm not mistaken, so... Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't seem great. Marvin Ernest, 72, B-. Probably can't speak Spanish. Yep, can't speak any Spanish, so that'd be interesting. And then Santiago Nunez is a little bit worse than everybody else. Kind of just want to go through and see if there's anyone younger that has potential. Because we could bring them up and hopefully train them a little bit. But that's oh, okay, that's crazy. There's literally only 8 announcers to hire in Mexico. I mean, I was expecting a lot more, to be honest. Now I'm a little bit worried. Anyway, let's have a look at a few people here. We've got Ana Garcia, 72 B-. El Maestro. Yeah, it's not good. Not good. There's not a lot of options, man. It's really slim. Very slim. I'm assuming most of them probably work for south of the border. That would be my guess. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to stick with what we've got. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're pretty good, but we want better. We want better because it's gonna drag our matches and certain angles down a little bit that deserve to be a little bit better. Anyway, I guess we're not gonna get a new announced team. Let's have a look at creative meeting for a second. Apparently Lopez still number 1, which I find pretty strange. I mean, Silvertoe, he's doing well. He's definitely doing well. Flores, I mean, we could actually do a taking some popularity off Flores, considering his age. Yeah, Boom Boom's doing well as well. He's come up a bit since being released from south of the border. Also works for EMLL, which is interesting. Next big things: El Medico, Kyler, Pinky, Dreamer, Seth, Hot Prospects, Mystico, Kyler, Brooke, Francisca, Sunny. Talk the talk. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Going to be Kyler. Showstoppers, Kyler's on there as well. Ring Generals, Kyler's on there as well. So, you know, he's also hot. He's doing pretty well for himself at the moment. That's definitely a clear factor. And hence, you know, it's time for his push. The 100 A-star promos from last episode. Yeah, nice and easy. Alright, so we've got 1 week left on our TV deal. Interesting. Ramel Good. Can work in the entire world. He's actually pretty good. I wouldn't mind signing this guy. He's so over in Australia. That's crazy. I don't think he would put on the best matches, per se, but I think he would be a pretty good addition to pretty much any company, I would say, around the world. But I'm assuming Raw are going to re-sign him. They'd be pretty crazy to let him go. Considering, you know, his overness and popularity. Alright, so we got one more Battella Turner, then we'll get our new TV deal. We're gaining popularity in America. Still not exactly sure of what we're going to do in regards to America. I would like to tour there at some stage. Maybe like a weekly event that can be held in some region in America. And basically, Pablo Rodriguez, he would be incredible. You know, obviously his stats aren't great. He's 44 years old. But that overness, he's not going to come to us. I mean, he's also really good backstage. Yeah, we're still too small. A little bit unfortunate, but anyway. Alright. We have Revolution. So we'll save that. Oh, nice. Mariyuki Miyake brightening the mood backstage. And then, yeah, referee Ramirez doing the same thing. And we're up to an 84 backstage rating. If we could just get rid of this this simmering tension, I feel like it would greatly benefit us. What are we going to do? Let's go... Oh, Austin. Oh, Austin's not here. Is he here? No, he should be here. He is here. What am I doing? I thought he might not have been here because of his Pride Glory tour. 8,500 fans. And the wrestling industry and economy still rising. That's massive. Okay. Let's add from our pre-bookings. So we'll go the main event first. I want to give it 25 minutes. Let's risk it. 25 Universal title on the line. We're going to leave it blank. So if El Critico can retain, so be it. But I'm thinking Silver Tiger might edge him out. Up next, we've got Kyler Adams, Dragon Americano. Give that 20 for the Mexico title. Kyler's going to pick up the victory there. It is the rematch. He's unhappy. Okay, well, we'll keep you strong. Why does he have to whinge like that? That really just upsets me. Anyway, still going to lose. Hopefully Kyler's going to take some of his popularity. Just getting up to a 48D plus again. And Kyler is currently doing really well. I mean, he's so close. The popularity is 1 point away. As you can see, since we decided to start pushing him seriously around this sort of time, it's kind of been skyrocketing, his popularity. And now, I'm assuming, we haven't auto-pushed him, but I'm assuming that he's probably going to push as an upper mid-carder. Or at least be extremely close to being one. Alright, so let's book the women's match. Mujeres title on the line. And I think we're going to leave it blank. Let's see if Queen Amazon can replicate the former champion Mystery Pink success that she had. I feel like we probably could call this match. I'm going to do it. Might backfire. Doesn't really matter too much. We'll see how we go. And then, of course, we have the first title defense for the Eternal Kings and their Parejas titles. They are indeed going to pick up the victory here. It's going to be scripted, slow built, and decisive. Should be a good match either way. I'm happy with that. Another match I want to add is... Let's go a good old Iron Man Summit, Summit Iron Man match. We'll call it the Oli Iron Man match. And I want to do Austin Smooth taking on El Mitico. Massive match. 30 minutes on the card. And, do I want to go on upset victory? I kind of want to go on upset. Like I said, we're getting really close to Cult. And obviously I want to sign on Midiko, so I don't exactly want him gaining any more popularity. Because he's got popularity in America. He's getting quite over in Mexico as well. South of the border might swoop in just before we go Cult. So I think I'm going to go, let's go Austin. Give Austin the victory. We'll make it tainted. Either way, it's going to be a really good match. So I'm pretty happy with that. I really just wanted to see what this match would be capable of. But of course, El Mitico's going to complain. I mean, fair enough. Austin's popularity is pretty dreadful. We'll keep it. He's still unhappy. I'm keeping him strong. Okay, well, this is frustrating. I guess we'll try and protect. Yeah, not gonna work. I guess we'll do both. We'll do both. There we go. I mean, he'll take that, but at what cost to the match, if you know what I mean? Alright. What other matches do we want to have? Let's go with a... Let's go with a trios match. And let's go some face main eventers. So Boom Boom, Angel of Mercy, and we'll chuck in Tricolor. And they can take on... I guess they can take on the Juggernauts as well. And let's give Boom Boom the victory. Let's just say that the Juggernauts were getting a little bit too ahead of themselves. And they're going to be brought back down to earth with that match. Now, we do need a high spots. Although, I could put the high spots on the pre-show. That is something you can do. I just don't really like to do it because it's a bit gamey. Almost feels like you're cheating a little bit getting these matches on the pre-show. But we are running out of time, and I do want to put some angles in there for Kyler, the Silver Tiger, I guess Queen Amazon as well. So yeah, let's do a few pre-show matches. We'll start off with the high spots. Let's do Phoenix taking on Takashita. Be a good match with the old high spots. I know it's face versus face, but it's on the pre-show. It really doesn't matter. Then we'll go a tag match. Let's have Cosmic Rider and Labyrinto, and they can face... who can they face? We'll go Huracan and Yodo Oichi. Never mind. We'll go Sunny Wildside and Huracan. This might actually be a better high spots match. Yeah, let's go with this one. Let's go with that one. Open, script, and decisive. Pre-show. There we go. I might actually scrap this match. Let's remove that. And what I'm going to do, we'll go one-on-one. And I want to have Phoenix 3 take on Phoenix 4 in a match. And we're actually going to give Phoenix 4 the victory. And what this is going to do, in storyline purposes, is it's greatly going to impress Phoenix 3, who's already on the ropes with his tag team partner. I mean, he's probably not even going to take the loss. We'll have to do some more protecting there. But yeah, he's going to be really impressed with Phoenix. Hence, we're going to continue the storyline. Cosmic Rider going to eventually turn on Phoenix. And that's how that's going to play out. Okay, what else? We should probably go another... Let's go with Atlantis and... Mobster? Yeah. To take on Takeshita and Yodo Oichi. Gonna give Mobstar the victory. Open, script, and decisive. I don't want to put another women's match on there as well. Let's go Brooke Tyler and Mystery Pink to take on Velvet and Pinky. Easy. That one on the pre-show as well. Let's give Brooke the victory. I would actually like to see Brooke Tyler versus Lauren Easter for the Mujeres title. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's finish off with our angles. So Silver Tiger, Entertainment, and then we'll go Kyla. Unscripted, of course, because, I mean, he's kind of a god. What else? I kind of want to do an Austin Smooth angle. But what else do we actually need? Let me move that up one. So we'll start off with the women's match. And I think we'll give Lauren Easter an angle for herself. That's the women sorted. And we have one more angle left to give. Now, it could either go to Austin or El Mitico, or it can go to the Eternal Kings. El Mitico would be the smarter option. So I think let's just go with El Mitico. Austin's already getting the victory, albeit tainted, kept strong and protected, so not going to really do too much for his popularity. That'll probably help Mitico balance out any potential popularity loss that could come on his part. But there we go. That is Revolution, and it's a pretty good show. Like, booking that, I'm actually quite confident. Can we hit a D+ for the first time? Anyway, first pre-show match, we have Phoenix or Dos Phoenix taking on each other. 49 D+, where we have Phoenix 4 getting the upset victory on Phoenix 3 in 9:59 by pinfall with a Phoenix Salt. Not a great match, but it is what it is. We then go into a 50 D+, where we have Atlantis Jr. and Mobstar defeating Takeshita and Yodo Oichi in 10:05, when Mobstar defeated Yodo by pinfall with a flattener DDT. And unfortunately, well, it doesn't really matter too much because Atlantis is probably going to leave. But him and Mobstar don't work well as a team together. We do have improvements though. We've got Atlantis improving in Rumble skills, Takeshita improving in performance, and then Yodo Oichi improving in both Rumble and performance. So, all in all, a pretty good match in regards to improvements. We then go into a 59C, where we have Cosmic Rider and Labyrinto Jr. defeating Hurricane and Sunny Wildside in 9:50, and Cosmic Rider defeated Sunny by submission with a gravitational pull. And then, yeah, as you'd expect, Cosmic Rider carrying the match. Also improving in technical skills as well. Good for Cosmic. And finally, the women's match, the women's tag, getting a 62C on the pre-show, where we have Brooke Tyler and Mystery Pink defeating Velvet Suarez and Pinky Perez. in 9:59 when Brooke defeated Pinky by submission with a Brooke breaker. Yeah, really good match. Mystery Pink with a 65 in-ring, and both Brooke and Pinky with a 57. So Brooke's really up there now. We also have Mystery Pink improving in flying skills as well. Alright. So we start the show off with a 59C, which is relatively good. Lauren's not that over. And a pretty good, yeah, I have to say, pretty good angle for Lauren Easter. The women's match getting a 62C, where Queen Amazon defeated Lauren Easter in 11:59 at 2 falls to 1 after winning the first, with the final fall happening by pinfall with an Amazonian powerbomb. Queen Amazon making defense number 1 of her Campeonato de las Mujeres title. Yeah, really good match from both of these girls. Like, solid, really solid. Lauren with a 57 in-ring performance there. Really good. And I guess, yeah, good to see Queen Amazon getting a defense there for a title as well. Moving on to the trios match, getting a 62C. We have Angel of Mercy, Boom Boom Jamaica, and Tricolor defeating the Juggernauts in 10:09 when Boom Boom Jamaica defeated Ramos, the Executioner, by pinfall with a drop the boom. Yeah, not a bad match. Not great. Well, actually, it's pretty good considering who's in it, actually. The Juggernauts aren't great in the ring. And we also have Tricolor improving in technical skills as a result of this match, so all in all, pretty successful. Moving on to a 72B- from El Mitico prior to his Iron Man match with Austin Smooth. It wasn't great, but let's be real. If I didn't protect and keep El Mitico strong, this match would have easily been a B-, I think. 66C+, I think it's still pretty respectable for what it is. And we have Austin Smooth defeating El Mitico Jr. in a 30-minute Iron Man match in 30 minutes by 3 falls to 2. And of course, it's a tainted victory as well. So it was 2-all. Going down to the wire, getting close to that 30-minute time limit, and then Austin Smooth cheating to win. Let's just say he did a roll up, held El Mitico's tights, got the 1, 2, 3, and yeah, you'd have to imagine El Mitico is going to be pretty pissed off about that result. But I think it's the right result for now, and of course we are trying to push Austin as well, so it all kind of makes sense. Moving on to a 72B-, really good tag match. The Eternal Kings defeating Absolute Power in 16:03 when Nicholas Lopez defeated Devious Dr. Fang by pinfall with a Lopez Buster, and the Eternal Kings make defense number 3 of their Campeonatos de Parejas Ole titles. Yeah, good 16-minute match. Definitely good enough, and that's what I'm expecting out of these two, veterans. And full credit to Absolute Power. I mean, Devious Dr. Fang actually outperformed Marcos Flores, so take that for what you will. But he's definitely doing pretty well, and I haven't even really been pushing him that much. So yeah, good stuff. Moving on to an 84B+, a little bit lower than what we've come to expect over last episode, but still pretty good. I'm happy with it. And then his match getting a 69C+, where we have Kyla Adams defeating Dragon Americano in 19:45 by 2 falls to 1 after losing the first, with the final fall happening by pinfall with a K trigger. And we have Kyla making defense number 2 of his Campeonato del Mexico title. No improvements, but yeah, I mean, it's a solid match. Let's be real. It's pretty good. 67 in ring there for Kyla. And of course, we kept Dragon Americano strong. So without that, again, that's probably a B-, which I think is a step in the right direction for Kyla. Okay. A 99A star from Silver Tiger in the pre-main event angle. If he doesn't win the title, I'm going to be very, very surprised. This guy, he's definitely our future. I mean, if South of the Border steal him before we go cult, we could be in some serious trouble. Some real trouble. Anyway. Main event, solid enough, 81B. And we have El Critico defeating Silver Tiger in 24:55 at 2 falls to 1 after winning the first, with the final fall happening by pinfall with a critical mass. El Critico making defense number 4 of his Campeonato D Universal title. Yeah, he won. Okay, retaining his title. That's unexpected. Silver Tiger with an 81, and then El Critico with a 79. And we also have El Critico improving in technical skills as well. Alright, let's end the show. We get an 80B, very solid pay-per-view there. Again, increasing popularity, as you'd expect. Who do we need to praise? Lopez, 100%. Who else? We did need to do Atlantis, but he's probably going to be leaving. I'm assuming Austin has... Does he have issues? I don't know. Either way, we'll praise him. And then finally, I think maybe Sunny Wildside has issues as well. Some morale issues, so... Either way, it doesn't really matter. We'll try and fix that situation. Ooh, what did that say? Hold on. Interesting. Last chance for more. They are on the verge of closure, leaking money at a rapid rate. Let's have a look at that, because I would like to buy more as a developmental territory, or a developmental company, and you can do that. Also, where is Kirk Jamison? He is with US Pro. That sucks. He would be a great pickup. Let me shortlist him. He can actually work in Mexico. Okay, so what was I doing? Editor. And Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. Oh, wow. They're in the whole 28,000. So they are actually going to go under. Well, that's a bit of a interesting predicament. Anyway, let's have a look at these emails. So we've got Atlantis Jr. booking complaint. He's actually going to verse Kyler in the next match. I mean, he's still really good. Part of me kind of wants to keep him around, but at the same time, he's also 43. And the pay-per-view buy rate, 0.11 there as well. Dragon Americano also thinking Yodo Oichi has poor ring psychology, which he definitely does. I don't really know why we brought in Oichi. I mean, he looks okay, but at the same time, kind of pointless. I don't know. Would have been smarter to bring in maybe like a young Mexican talent. Anyway, let's delete those and let's have a look at possibly buying Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. Okay, they've accepted agreed to discuss a possible takeover. Very, very interesting. I'm just trying to think of if this is going to be... I mean, can we even get a developmental territory? We're only a regional company. I guess I can do it. I wonder... Do we only pay like 28,000? Is that all we pay? Or is this about to cripple me? Let me go back for a second. Let me just save in case this all goes terribly wrong and for some reason we lose our $3 million in the bank. I know that's a bit gamey, but I'm so unsure of what is about to happen. So let me just do that real quick. I mean, they have some decent talent, I guess. I don't know. They still pretty much have their original roster. I mean, there are some decent guys in there. Like, Cheetah Boy, he's okay. Juice Deadline. Jonah Pilgrim can turn out pretty good. Who else? Nate DeMarcos, he can also... DeMarcus can turn out pretty good. Oh, Ralph. Ralph's there. Oh, that's cute. And then guys like Sid Collier. The Architect's pretty good as well. And of course, they have some pretty prestigious tournaments, I guess. We've got the Ripcord Invitational. And then, of course, the Sam Keith Classic. Alright, let's just do it. Let's see what happens. I think we only have to pay 28,000. Or 29,000. But I'm wondering if we're going to have to supplement them with money to keep afloat from now on. Either way, probably not a bad idea. So there we go. Mid-Atlantic Wrestling is now our developmental territory. MAW. We have MAW. MAW. Okay. Well, that's really interesting. I didn't expect that to happen. I'm low-key a little bit excited about it. I don't... Oh, Bradley Blaze. Currently the Mid-Atlantic champion. Trix Triumph and Nate DeMarcus, the tag team champions. The Architect has won the last 2 Ripcord Invitationals. And then Sid Collier, I mean, he's with different tag team partners. He has actually won the Sam Keith Classic since the game started, so... I mean, he could be an option that we bring in, possibly. I'm wondering if... See, all these people aren't actually able to work in Mexico. Now, I'm wondering if that means... Like, are we able to bring them in? Or are they... I'm assuming they're probably just contracted to Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. Oh, Darren Winner. That was the guy we had for Summit. He's actually with Mid-Atlantic. That's pretty cool to see him there. You got Kyle Rhodes as well, which is the former TCW owner, I guess. Yeah. Who's this guy? Marcus Garalfo. Not great. Martin Whiff. Really good brawling on him. Good menace as well. How good is Nate? Has he turned out well? I mean, he's not bad. He's actually not too bad. Osvaldo Prieto. Not good. Our boy Ralph Liotta. How's he doing? He actually turned out pretty well, considering where he actually starts. Still with Summit as well, as an enhancement talent. Ron Huey with an interesting mask. And he's pretty bad. So the Architect is actually pretty good. You could get some good matches out of him. Anyway, Yeah, that's a little bit strange. I didn't, like I said, I didn't expect that. Yeah, Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. We obviously don't have any workers there currently, so now I think we can send people down, if I'm not mistaken. But the real question is, how do I actually send them? Oh, okay, so I think maybe send away. So maybe I should send Hurricane. Actually send him to Mid-Atlantic. I think he would do really well there. Obviously, popularity, not great. Yeah, let's have a look. Okay, that makes sense. So only workers under written contracts can be sent into development. That makes sense. Hence the developmental contract from cult companies. Alrighty. Now the real question is, how much did that actually cost me? I guess it only cost me what I said, 28,000 in miscellaneous. But the real question I have is, will money still come out of our balance to supplement? Is what I'm trying to say. I'm kind of confused about that. That's what's got me a little bit confused. So they're at zero money, right? But are we going to pay their finances now? Pay their workers and stuff like that? I don't know. That seems very strange. Anyway, we'll have to keep a close eye on that. Let's move on. We got Batella Turner to book. Let's get into it. We got Phoenix. Oh, okay, nice. More microphone work for Phoenix. Happy about that. And more psychology there for Mystico as well from Tricolor. Again, we need to do some more meddling between Austin and Dragon Americano. Yes, there we go. Meddling success. Perfect. That is great. Up to 85 backstage now. Perfect. Alright, let's go generic venue. And let's book our last show of the episode. Going to be a relatively short episode. But we did, of course, have Revolution. And a few TV shows as well. It's also going to be our last TV show of Canal Tres. So, yeah. Anyway, matches. Let's go 2 out of 3 falls. And we are going to do Kyler and Atlantis. Bit of a send-off Mexico title match for him. Pretty special as well, I think. It's cool. It's cool. I mean, Atlantis was literally brought into the company for Kyler to beat, so it makes sense he's gonna essentially leave the company with Kyler beating him. But at least he gets a title shot. I think that's a nice way to go out. Alright, what else do we need to do? I'm trying to think. We don't really have any more face opponents for El Critico, apart from Tricolor. So I guess maybe we try and run with Tricolor. Alright, so Tricolor's going to need to beat somebody in a number 1 contenders match. Question is, who is he actually going to beat? Because I do want it to be someone, maybe Cosmic Rider. That could be a good main event. So Cosmic Rider taking on Tricolor Jr. 20 minutes, number 1 contenders match. We'll try and give Tricolor the victory. We might have to change it a little bit. Okay, perfect. That works. should we also... Let's put El Critico. Let's put him on color commentary. Now, I actually received a comment on an episode from a long time ago. One of the first, 20 or so. And apparently, color commentary, obviously for workers that are not pushed as a color commentator, it goes off their color commentating skill, but also goes off their microphone skill as well. Apparently, that's what the guy told me in a comment, and it kind of makes sense as well, because obviously wrestlers are going to be rated. He said he read it out of the handbook, which I'm assuming not a lot of people have probably read, myself included. I probably read a little bit of stuff out of there, but not too much. Anyway, up next, I want to have... let's have a trios title defense as well. So let's go with Mercy and the Eternal Kings. And I think they're actually going to drop the titles. I kind of want them to drop it. And I think they're going to drop it to Evil Inc. with Devious, Dr. Fang, Major Huanta, and Samael. I kind of like that. I mean, that should kind of be the main event. Let's just leave it 10. And we're going to give the victory to Devious Dr. Fang because I think he's the most over. And Angel of Mercy can take the loss as well. It's going to need to be scripted, I think. I mean, he's getting up there, Major Huanta. But he's still a little bit away. Scripted and I guess tainted, and we'll make the loser... Actually, yeah, we'll make it Angel of Mercy. Trios title. What is his popularity? It's 48. That's pretty decent. Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured that he wasn't going to be too happy about taking that pinfall. But there we go. Keep him strong. Titles on the line. We got a few big matches. We got Mexico title, Trios title, and then the number 1 contenders match for the Universal title. Let's do a Fatal 4-Way for the women as well. Let's leave things this episode on an interesting note. Or actually, let's save that. That's going to be the number 1 contenders match. Let's use all 4 members of that match, but we'll put them in a tag team match to begin with. So let's go Pinky Perez and Electric Dreamer. And they're going to take on Brooke Tyler and I think Hellcat. Yeah. We haven't actually used Hellcat this episode. I guess we can leave the winner blank. It really doesn't matter too much. Could be the high spots. Yeah. It's going to go for storytelling, but high spots makes more sense. And then we can make this one the storytelling match. There we go. And then we need one more. Let's go with a tag match. I want to get the Suffering on the card, and they can take on Weird and Wacky. Nice and easy. 10-minute match. And the Suffering are eventually, not yet, this is not a number 1 contenders match, but they are eventually going to become number 1 contenders in the next episode, which I'm pretty happy about. I love the Suffering. They were our first ever tag team on the series that we created. And, I mean, Seth and Felipe have just come along leaps and bounds. Anyway, let's do angles. So we'll go tricolor. On entertainment, not going to be great. We'll chuck that there. Let's go another angle. This one with El Critico and tricolor. Perfect. That's going to come after. Obviously, he's on commentary, so it kind of makes sense. We need Kyla, unscripted. There's that one. And we have time for one more. So let's make this work the crowd as that's going on first. And then we'll go heroes. Actually, should we go? Yeah, let's go with Evelink instead. So we'll go Samael first. Devious Dr. Fang, Major Huanta. And there we go. Our new Trios champions. And of course, the promo they're cutting before the match is actually them saying that they're gonna beat the legendary Nicolas Lopez and Marcus Flores. And they see Angel of Mercy being the weak link in the Heroes stable. You got your Heroes taking on Evelink. I think that kind of works well together with the two stables. Alright. Pre-show. Let's do a singles match for Francisca. She can take on Estrella. Who's more over between these two? 32 and a 31, okay. I think Francisca deserves the victory there. I mean, this match for her is more just about her learning more psychology. Because she is definitely lacking, and that's kind of her only downside. Anyway, we'll do a heel team on the pre-show as well. El Critico, Dragon Americano, and Austin. And they can take on Huracan, Miyake, and Yellow Flash. El Critico with the victory. And there we go. Alright. Let's run the show. We start off with a 60C rated match for the women on the pre-show, with Francisca Marcos defeating Estrella Blanca in 10:30 by pinfall with a high-rise elbow drop. She's really good, man. Once she gets some psychology, I mean, I can see her being our champion for about a year, if I'm being honest. She's actually just that good. Moving into a 69C+, where we have El Critico, Dragon Americano, and Austin Smooth defeating Huracan, Motoyuki Miyake, and Yellow Flash in 10:23, when El Critico defeated Motoyuki Miyake by pinfall with a critical mass. And as you'd expect, El Critico head and shoulders above everyone else. And despite being the veteran at 43 years old, he's the only person that improved in performance skills, so very strange, but it's El Critico. He's our champ, and he's still improving at 43. Alright, so we start the show off with a 65C, where we have the Suffering defeating Weird and Wacky in 9:52, when Seth defeated Takashita by submission with a Minnesota stretch. And yeah, Felipe carrying the match with a 63 in-ring performance. That is the reason why I want to push the guy. He's very good. We also have Takashita improving in performance skills as well, so pretty good match all round. We then go into a 59C, where we have Evelink cutting that promo that I mentioned before. We've also got Devious Dr. Fang improving is developing better performance skills. So hopefully microphone and charisma. Probably just microphone, I guess. The Trios title match getting a 59C, where we have Evelink defeating the Heroes stable in 9:55, when Devious Dr. Fang defeated Angel of Mercy by submission with a deadly Kung Fu grip after blatantly cheating. Samael the Accuser and Absolute Power win the Campeonatos de Trios Oli title. There we go. Evil Incorporated cheating to win and stealing the titles away from Heroes. Good match. Anyway, moving into another really good match from the women. 65C for this one. Pinky Perez and Electric Dreamer defeating Brooke Tyler and Hellcat Hernandez in 9:53, when Pinky defeated Brooke Tyler by pinfall with a pink butterfly bomb. We also have Hellcat improving in performance skills, so that's a good takeaway for her. She does need to improve a little bit more. Good match all round though. Brooks in-ring is a little bit lower. She got a 57 on the pay-per-view, so that's a little bit lower. Anyway, we then go into a 91A for Kyla Adams' angle, unscripted. Need to get back to those 100A stars, man. They were special. He's on course. He's on course. His title match getting a 68C+, where we have Kyla defeating Atlantis Jr. in 10:07 by 2 straight falls, with the final fall happening by pinfall with a K trigger. And Kyla Adams making defense number 3 of his Campeonato del Mexico title. Yeah, just a really good match. We also have Atlantis somehow improving in technical skills. I don't know. Strange. Anyway, moving on to a 79B from Tricolor. That's kind of unexpected. I didn't think he was that good with his angles. Okay. He's also got a gimmick that's getting stale, so we'll change that up. And the main event getting a 73B-. That's good enough, man. That is definitely good enough. I'm happy with that, because I wasn't expecting it to do too well. And we have Tricolor defeating Cosmic Rider in 1940 by submission with a figure 4 leg lock. And then, as you'd expect, El Critico being pretty weak in color commentary. But we also have Tricolor improving in performance skills as well. Nice. And finally, the last angle on the show gets an 84B+, where we have El Critico confronting Tricolor Jr., as he is now the new #1 contender for Dia de los Muertos. And I think for this event, I'm thinking we do maybe a special match. Let's go with a casket match. I mean, that would be... Yeah, that looks pretty good, actually. Let's go casket. I don't think I've ever done a casket match on TEW. But obviously, it's essentially Day of the Dead, I assume. I think that's the translation. Which is a massive, massive deal in Mexico. Hence, Day of the Dead, casket match. It kind of fits, if that is the case. So yeah, El Critico taking on Tricolor Jr. in a casket match for the Universal title. I think we might do a casket match every year for Dia de los Muertos. I think that'd be pretty cool. At least the main event. It makes sense. Anyway, 84B- to end the show. Overall show rating getting us a 75B-, which again, still pretty respectable. 2 points away from a B. And of course, still increasing our popularity in all 3 regions. So perfect. Alright, let's check the emails. We've got a couple of extensions for our former employees. We've got Pablo Rodriguez extending his contract with South of the Border there as well. And then the Batella Eterna TV rating getting a 0.68 for our last ever TV show on Canal Tres. So how many days are left? Alright, 1 day. Alright, well literally, let's skip ahead one. Ooh. That's in 5 days. The next pay-per-view is in 5 days. Dia de los Muertos. I wasn't expecting that. So that's going to be the start of next episode. At least we got the main event booked in. And I think we might just do a rematch of Evil Inc. versus Heroes. I'm thinking is probably the play there. Popularity is still the same. 64 in West Central, and then 48 in Southeastern, and 48 in Northern. And we're still 3 points of importance away from hitting cult. But yeah, you know, we're gaining about a point of importance per episode. So yeah, 3 episodes time. Hopefully we'll be cult. I mean, this episode we bought Mid-Atlantic Wrestling as our developmental company. Didn't expect that to happen. Pretty cool. At the same time, I'm pretty ecstatic about it. A little bit hesitant with the whole financial thing. I don't know what's going to happen with that. So you can create one once you become cult, which was what I was going to do eventually. But, I mean, do we even need to do that now? We have more. We have Mid-Atlantic. Anyway, interesting. So yeah, let's skip ahead one day. Because I do want to get the broadcasting situation sorted out on this episode. Alright, what have we got? Okay. So Batella Turner ends run, and Batella Turner goes off air. Not going to go off air, obviously. Because we are going to get onto La Red de la Lucha. Alright, new deal. Do I want to go longer than a year? Probably not. They don't want to give us prime time. I hope they give us a good slot. What about late evening? They're rejecting that as well? Oh, that sucks. Early evening? Rejected. What about late night? Rejected as well? Oh, come on, man. Early afternoon, I guess? Alright, they're going to give us afternoon. Which I think is fine. Let's assign it. 1 year. And we're on La Red de la Lucha. There we go. Small coverage in Mid-South, Southwest. Tiny coverage in Puerto Rico. And medium coverage in all of Mexico as well. Perfect. Alright, well, I think that is going to wrap up this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you could smash the like button, it'd be much appreciated. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel with the notification bell turned on. Got a lot of content coming out. I think I'm going to release a video very soon. If not, I might have already released it. Basically, it's going to be talking about my plans from the start of TEW 2020. The 2 series that I'm going to be running straight away off the release. And then we're going to talk about... I'll talk about some future plans as well. So I'm not sure if I'm going to release that video before this one comes live, because I am actually pre-recording this episode. But make sure you look out for that. Like I said, might already be out, might be coming out. If it's already out, go check it out. But yeah, apart from that, as always, guys, take it easy. And I hope you enjoy the end of stat screen.